This interrogator is an embarrassment to all law enforcement everywhere. He is getting owned by a subject. The interviewer doesn't even understand how embarrassed he should be at this point. This interrogator has no clue what he's doing. The interrogator is just going farther and farther underwater. The interrogator is literally not intelligent enough to be sitting in an interrogation booth. He's gonna get made fun of here, actually.
You got fucking pissed off at him, you fucking dragged him down a fucking hill, and you fucking killed him! Don't fucking tell me you didn't!
I didn't kill him.
I just try to maintain that professionalism. And
I'm guilty, and I know it, and I'm gonna fucking prove it.
Okay.
And now you're gonna drag your fucking wife and your daughter through this because you're too fucking bullheaded.
because I'm going to find who did this.
Well, tell the truth. Tell me how this round got next to one of our girls, in between both girls.
I don't know.
You do know. And if you don't tell me, you're going down for this.
And the interrogator says, you do know. And if you don't tell me, you're going down for this. Now, that's a threat. What you can't say is, you're going down for this. Beginning to threaten the subject is coercion.
Listen, right now, like I said, I got a prosecutor and investigators ready to lock you up. And if you don't give us a narrative, if you don't tell us your side of the story, there's two sides to every story. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you.
I get that.
Every time now that the interrogator is saying, I want to help you, he's telling you that he's drowning, that he doesn't have control over this situation, and he's desperate for Richard to help him interrogate himself. He says, I'm trying to help you. And Richard says, I get that. Now, I feel sorry for Richard at this point. Richard is too trusting. He's naive and he's trusting. And that is ultimately why he's in jail now.
Listen to me, Rick. I don't believe you should be the fall guy. But all the evidence, you say you're out there, we have witnesses out there, we have your vehicle, we have experts. We have experts that say that's you on the video and that's your voice on the video.
Okay.
Experts, not me, because I'm not an expert.
I got you.
The subject is in complete control, and he's being very direct and honest. The diarrhea of the mouth is coming from the interrogator here. And now he's starting to tell you that he has to pin this on somebody.
Did somebody else set this up? I don't know, Rick. I want to know. And only you know. The truth will set you free. That's it.
Yeah.
The truth will protect you from the...
Well, that's what I would have thought.
This interrogator is an embarrassment to all law enforcement everywhere. He is getting owned by a subject here. This subject is clearly innocent and direct and honest.
The evidence clearly indicates that you're involved in this. Are you the mastermind behind this? I don't know.
Mastermind, okay.
The interrogator is literally not intelligent enough to be sitting in an interrogation booth. He says, you're the mastermind behind stumbling across two girls on a bridge and stabbing them to death. He is grasping at things that he learned in the Reed course that he doesn't understand.
I'm not trying to trick you. I've drawn out what we have.
Most
of
it. You assume it's the truth, and it's not.
It has to be the truth. The scientists don't lie. The science doesn't lie.
That's awesome.
If I was the supervisor of this guy, well, if I was supervisor, you wouldn't be working, but literally anyone who's ever worked in law enforcement should have pulled him out of this interview and stopped it. When the interrogator is getting owned by the subject, the interrogator doesn't have control.
The evidence tells me otherwise. The evidence clearly indicates you're involved in this.
No, it doesn't.
It fucking does.
It doesn't. I'm telling you that there is no way that a bullet from my gun was used in these murders.
But when the subject is clearly being direct, very straightforward, his body language is very direct, there's no end game in this interrogation. There's nowhere that this can go that is going to end up with a confession. The interrogator is just going farther and farther underwater.
There came a time when we wanted him to take a polygraph. That's all been redacted out, right? So what everybody sees is just me being nice, and then all of a sudden I start yelling and screaming. If you were innocent, I was asking you to take a polygraph, just take a polygraph. And then that made him angry, and he started raising his voice and cussing at me, and then I returned that same enthusiasm to him. So I'm really not like that.
There's no way that evidence is going to show that I did
Right
this.
fucking here, Red.
You got one piece of evidence
I got
that I
multiple
can't explain.
pieces. Multiple. I'm not showing you my whole fucking hand here.
I don't care. I'm
You
telling
should
you I'm
care.
done
And
talking.
now you're gonna drag your fucking wife and your daughter through this because you're too fucking bullheaded to get out in front of this and admit that you made a mistake. And whatever the fuck happened out there, we'll never fucking know because you're too big of a fucking
So-
bullheaded. Go ahead.
So tell you I did something
Tell me
that
the
I
truth.
didn't do.
The truth, Rick. I don't want to
I've
know what
told you
did.
the truth and you don't want to hear it.
The evidence tells me otherwise. The evidence clearly indicates you're involved in this.
No,
I
it
said this.
doesn't.
It fucking does.
It doesn't. I'm telling you that there is no way that a bullet from my gun was used in these murders.
And I'm telling you that we had this fucking round on February the
understand.
14th, 2017. It's been secured in a fucking laboratory. And we've tested other guns. That people that we.
I understand
I'm
what you're
telling her.
saying.
I want her to hear this,
I
Rick.
understand what you're saying. What I'm telling you is I can't explain something I don't understand.
Oh, the scientists
That's not
explained it
possible.
for you. The lab analysis of analysts have explained that for you. They're saying that this round, without a doubt, came from your gun.
Then
And
you've taken
me.
it from somewhere else then. Because it's not possible.
I did not take it from somewhere else. It was logged in. It was taken as a photograph. You think we fucking went and stole your fucking round and threw it down by a fucking dead girl's foot? This ain't fucking TV. This is realistic.
I understand.
We collected that fucking item on February the 14th. We didn't take it from anywhere else but that fucking scene. And we didn't take your gun from anywhere else. We took it from your fucking house.
I'm telling you I can't explain something.
And I'm telling you the fucking analysts explain it. You can't get past this.
Can you please let my wife out?
Absolutely. Come on, Kathy.
I love you, baby. Can I kiss her?
Yeah, kiss her. Do the right thing, Kathy. Tell him to do the right thing.
She knows I will.
Yeah, do the right thing. You're going to put your family through this for no reason. What?
You're gonna pay for what you've done to my wife.
What am I
If
doing?
you wanna
What?
fuck with me, but you leave my wife out of this. Fuck, leave me out of it.
No, you're involved in this. Your fucking round's there, Rick.
No, it's
I can
not.
see you're getting pissed off. I
I
understand.
am pissed off. Did you not see my wife?
Did you not see these fucking two girls dead?
No,
That's what happened. You got fucking pissed off, Adam. You fucking dragged them down a fucking hill, and you fucking killed them. Don't fucking tell me you didn't.
I didn't kill anybody.
Bullshit. a reason, not
Because you
of
guys
us.
are trying to kill somebody.
You're trying to tell me that I'm not making this fucking round shit up, Rick. It is what it is.
I'm done talking. Arrest me.
Happy to. Be fucking happy to, because I tried to fucking help you and you wouldn't fucking do it.
Oh, you're helping me.
I'm guilty and I know it, and I'm gonna fucking prove it.
Okay.
And I'm not paying for any of this shit. You're paying. This is on you. This ain't on me. It's fucking on you, Rick. You had your fucking opportunity.
That's how that interrogation ended. This is problematic. I have absolutely no say in any of this, but I think an investigation should be done here on this detective, the people working this case.
I think about this case every day.
And I would get on my knees and beg that person to do that. I would plead with them to call that tip in.
I just want the family to know that when I take my last breath on this earth, I'll be thinking of them. I'm good and pissed off, frankly, for all the reasons we've already talked about. And my soul's getting eaten from the inside out. But everybody's intent is the same. Everybody's intent is the same. And their life's focus is Abby and Libby.
We all focus, we're very professional. Is there anything we did or didn't do that jeopardized this case? No.
Allen's defense team received a summary of those interviews. They requested recordings containing the full interviews, but they were told those recordings do not exist. Late last month, the defense attorneys learned why. They were told due to a DVR program error discovered in September 2017, all recordings up to February 20th, 2017 were recorded over.
The state testified that interviews recorded via DVR at the Delphi Police Department in the first 6 days after the girls' bodies were discovered somehow got erased because the DVR settings got changed, possibly because of a power surge or someone accidentally unplugging it. According to testimony, videos also recorded from April 28th to June 30th also were erased. In some cases, video was recovered, but without sound.
I remember at one point prior to trial, during maybe some pre-trial hearings, that there was discussion about a lot of video and audio that was either overwritten in the beginning of the investigation. Can you shed light on that, and how did you handle that?
I can talk about it.
Okay,
real quick.
go ahead.
So yeah, we would try to track them down and re-interview them, and we did that with a majority of the people that and some of them were just, the audio didn't work, the video worked, but we did our best to correct that mistake. And we do that all the time. Like I said, we make mistakes all the time, but we go back.
Well, I don't think you make mistakes all the time. I don't want to go down that road, but
I do.
I think that
Open quote, Carroll County's prosecutor has decided to step down while two of the highest profile investigations the county has ever seen remain unsolved. It just seemed like a good time to do it, and I chose to do it But I can say this, there are no charges imminent. Nothing is going to happen in the near real future unless something breaks, Ives told WLFI. Ives said if charges had been filed, he would not resign and try to see them through, and that he will be willing to offer any help to whomever replaces him. Typical workflow after an interview concludes. 1. Recording is uploaded, typically automatically from the DVR or interview system via Wi-Fi or network connection, into a cloud-based digital evidence storage platform on a schedule configured by the agency. 2. Case assignment. Recordings are cataloged and linked to the corresponding case number, incident report, or investigation file. 3. Chain of custody logging begins automatically. The system creates an audit trail documenting uploads, user access, downloads, exports, deletions, edits, and other activity associated with the recording. 4. Access permissions are restricted by role, assignment, unit, or supervisory authority. Administrative privileges are generally limited to designated management or system administrators. 5. Retention schedules and evidence management rules are applied automatically according to agency policy and applicable retention requirements. In other words, modern digital evidence systems are designed to create a traceable record of how evidence is handled, including who uploaded it, who accessed it, what actions were taken, and when those actions occurred. These systems are specifically intended to preserve accountability and maintain chain of custody throughout an investigation. So if approximately 70 days of interviews were reportedly lost, missing, inaccessible, or unaccounted for, the obvious question becomes, what do the audit logs, upload records, retention settings, administrative actions, and system activity history show regarding what happened to those recordings?
Tonight, a source close to the investigation confirmed to 13 News a clerical error from an FBI civilian employee led to Richard Allen being overlooked as a suspect in 2017, something the FBI disputes. They tell us the implication that a clerical error by an FBI employee led to years of delay in identifying Allen is misleading, and that their review shows FBI employees correctly followed procedure.
I'm here to help in any way I can.
Kathy Shank returned home from vacation last night and signed up this morning to run the police headquarters reception desk.
I know the family of Liberty, and I felt like that I need to be here.
I want to thank Kathy Shank. Without her, we would not be here. Without her, we would not have an arrest, a conviction, and a sentence. She was the key part to this investigation. The needle in the haystack, if you will, that brought this investigation to a close to where we could make an arrest. Kathy Shank, I thank you.
They did no background check on anybody. There wasn't any background check. It was just very much a trust system because they had known her. She'd worked with them for years. So no real vetting of the people who were doing this type of work. She was asked specifically not to go in and get into the details of the report.
There have been several versions of the lost tip scenario, and like many things said by officials in this case, the internet later appears scrubbed of the evidence. You can still access some of the original articles using the Wayback Machine. Here are a few examples of online articles from the Carroll County Comet that were later removed from the Comet's website.
When you were moving offices and you opened up that drawer and you came across this box. Moving offices and you opened up that drawer and you came across this box. What went through your mind, and where, obviously we know where it ended, but what went through your mind?
When I found that, I realized that I had not heard of this person, and I went to the file drawer and found the actual file for Richard Allen Whiteman at that time, as it had been written. And I read the report that Dan Doolin had made after he had spoken with him. And I, as being an investigator, I had looked at some of the statements from the girls that said they had seen a person out at the bridge. And basically I put the two and two together, took it to Tony, and we went from there.
What was that like for you to be able to see law enforcement and investigators kind of finish putting that puzzle together after waiting for so long?
It was amazing. And it was, and I think I told Jerry it was a well-oiled machine. I couldn't believe I had worked up to the arrest in my former profession, but I had never seen this, and it was amazing what they did. And they just went into action and did what needed to be done, and here we are today. I did it because I like to serve. I like to help people, and that's what I did.
And right place, right time, right?
I guess I basically call it divine intervention.
Yeah, you were just there, open that drawer, you just so happened to be the person.
That's right.
She pretty much knew what we knew about all the witnesses that we had interviewed. She was filing them and making hard copies, putting them in this computer system. She was, aware of everything. So yeah, when she did find it, she knew that we hadn't talked to the bridge guy yet, and
That tip basically says, hey, I'm bridge guy.
Now, I'm sure you'll all remember the story we were told about how Richard Allen's name came to light in 2022. The state told the jury that Richard Allen's 2017 self-report was rediscovered in 2022, a lucky find by volunteer Kathy Shank, who opened an old box and suddenly connected the dots. The problem with the story is it doesn't add up with the exhibits that were provided during the trial against Richard Allen. Here we have the copies of the two pieces of paper that Kathy Shank refers to in her testimony. She indicates that the piece of paper on the left is what she found in the old box that she was filing and sorting, and the one on the right was in the file that she had already arranged. The issue here is that the one on the right was printed by Kathy Shank herself in 2019. The first discovery of Richard Allen and everything to do with his tip was therefore not in 2022, but in fact in 2019. This kind of destroys the story of the miraculous discovery in 2022 because the Orion log proves that Kathy Shank herself printed the narrative summary in 2019. You can see here it is Kathy Shank who was logged in, and the print date is the 29th of October 2019. The narrative summary she claims was in the file the whole time was actually put in the file by her and not in 2017. So when she found it in 2022, she was literally finding her own printout.
That's why we believe that it got filed in the cleared section, because somebody had written that on there, so nobody did any further investigation on it. Until she came across it in 2022 and said, look, I don't know the further investigation on this guy. I don't recognize the name. We need to look into this.
If we go back to the actual Orion printouts, we can see that the lead was received by none other than Jerry Holeman. You can see up at the top, it says received Jerry Holeman, 16th of the 2nd, 2017. They went in after work and that they spoke to a man at the police station who took down his details. I wonder, was that man Jerry Holeman? Now, Jerry Holeman is a significant name in this case because he was one of the lead investigators. Additionally, we can see other names on these Orion sheets. We see the person who created it, the person who it was provided to. There are multiple staff members' names associated with the paperwork regarding Richard Allen. Other anomalies include the lead cleared writing. Now, this is not typical terminology. It's handwritten. It seems highly unusual. Further, we have information on this lead sheet that says nothing new, phone info provided to ISP. From all indications of Dan Doolan's testimony, he did in fact provide the phone information to a separate division that were responsible for reviewing the phones and digital information. And so now we have a lead packet that's provided, and we have another piece of information, that is the phone information that Rick indeed provided to Dan Doolan, being being given to another department of people working on this case. You can see how many hands these documents have passed through, and the fact that they're not just this one page that miraculously appeared, but in fact multiple pages. We have the 2 pages here, we have another Orion printout, we have the BMV information about Richard Allen's vehicle, and we have the phone information. So that involves now about 5 different pieces of paper floating around, as well as many of them being entered into the Orion database. It seems highly unlikely then that Richard Allen's information was lost for so many years.
And I'm telling you that we had this fucking round on February the 14th, 2017. It's been secured in a fucking laboratory.
I understand.
We collected that fucking item on February the 14th. We didn't take it from anywhere else but that fucking scene. I did not take it from somewhere else. It was logged in. It was taken as a photograph. You think we fucking went and stole the fucking round and threw it down by a fucking dead girl's foot?
This is leakage. I hope you understand what that is at this point. The interviewer, the interrogator, just said, I did not take it from somewhere. It was locked in, probably evidence. It was taking this photograph. You think we fucking went, thrown the fucking round and threw it down by a fucking dead girl? He is telling you exactly what they did. Richard never made that accusation. That thought wasn't placed by Richard. So that means the detective generated that thought. And where did that come from? If the detective thought that Richard did this, why would he be so concerned with this entire story, having thought through taking it from evidence and throwing it down by the dead girl? He just confessed. I don't even know. I don't know what happened. I don't know any of the evidence. I don't know any of the details. But my analysis of just this statement would be that the subject is innocent and the detective has an agenda, and his agenda has leaked out at the end of this here.
Very early on in the investigation, there had been a bullet found down at the crime scene. The bullet was unspent. In other words, it had not been fired. Very early on in the investigation,
one juror may have bought into or believed in the science of the ballistics.
Many of the crime scene things of which we won't speak about that point to more of a signature that the killer left behind.
As I've told people, if you had arrived at this crime scene where the girls' bodies were found, there were 3 or 4 physical characteristics of the crime scene that you absolutely would take pictures of. But I can tell you, in the early days of this investigation, of course, law enforcement, the FBI, the Indiana State Police, the Carroll County Sheriff's Department were looking for crimes in other locations that might have similar characteristics. But of course, the public doesn't know some of these similar characteristics. And even then, the characteristics they were looking for tended to be more general things than the items I'm talking about. And I'm not certain of the exact significance of these things, but they are very unusual.
Was there a signature in this crime? Like, would you characterize something as a signature, like, without telling us what it is?
I would say there were 2 or 3 things. I'd say at least 3.
Our crime scene investigators told us early on that the blood on the tree was blood spatter, that it was not initially painted on there or put on there. Our crime scene investigators at the time, Jason Page, had plenty of training in blood spatter, and I would say he's a blood spatter expert. So he was saying that it wasn't a symbol. And so we did a thorough investigation, did research on that, and, you know, behavior analysis units, professors, people that specialize in those types of investigations. And they were telling us that it's just not realistic that it would be, because if it was, there would be no doubt. It would be so obvious that it was. No one could ever prove that it was some sort of ritualistic killing.
You know, an Odin fanboy would likely come across. So it's entirely plausible that, looking at, I mean, those configurations, again, I didn't see the photos, but just looking at, the outlines that somebody else thought was part of
Right.
of an attempt to render something in characters. Yeah, it looks pretty clearly like runic, so one can certainly imagine that this was somebody's idea that, when you do a human sacrifice, you carve runes.
And the whole blood on the tree, everybody's like, oh, somebody intentionally put that. No, our crime scene investigators told us it was blood transfer the first day. And it was not smear or anything like that. There's some blood spatter on the lower part of the tree, which they don't talk about that. But, Pat Cicero, the blood spatter expert, took his own blood and did experiments, and it was the back of Libby's hand that she was trying to stop the bleeding from her neck, fell into the tree, and that caused that upside down L. But the tent on the tree and all that, so people jumped on that and was like, no, that's not true. Intentionally put that, no. And that caused that upside down L. And then did they give you a picture of the tree that had the F on it?
No.
Okay. And the sticks were laid on the left side of the girls. Well, what's on the left side? The driveway to Weber's house.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to hide them. And it was clear to us, the evidence clearly indicated that it was not. But we reached out to professors, we reached out to other people, we had multiple investigators look into it, and there was just no evidence proving that was a theory. So with your experience, you could not look at these runes and say that is a ritual, sacrifice, ritual, plausible, but you can't say for sure.
No, I'm not a runologist.
I know you use the word guessing. We're guessing.
Yeah, it's kind of educated guesses.
Educated guess.
I mean, it's not a random assortment of sticks.
Right.
We are human beings, and there were mistakes made. Baldwin and Rossi are responsible for that, not this team. Stop all the politics and all the nonsense and all the conspiracy theories and understand that we all tried the best we could. I'll crawl across shards of hot glass for Jerry Holeman. Jerry Holeman is not a liar.
Oh, hey, Christina. Ku Klux Klan Christina.
That I was just some washed up retired drunk.
True Crime Keith, hey KKK Christina and dipshit Diana. Are you two donkeys?
Nobody's a meaner girl than Prof. How big is it? My dick? Big.
Glad that manipulative stalker bitch makes you happy.
In the same fucking bumfuck town little bitch lives in?
You want to escalate? Let's go, cunt.
Luke over here just accused me of being a witch and then lighting me on fire.
I have nothing left to say except fuck you, Great Lakes fungi. That's it. Fucking cunt.
You'll never understand. I'm in so much danger that
It's a new day. You can fuck all the way off.
Got it. Like, who is this? Oh, Christina. Is she on the rag?
Here it says, I would really love to see Mata just body this bitch once and for all.
Motherfucker. Prof.
I have had threats.
She said, Ange is horny for justice. And I said, that's so true.
Dude who has nothing else to contribute but recycled information. What the fuck?
Erica Morse is a scaredy cat ass bitch.
We don't want to give them any more reason to call us mean girls.
And by the way, Christina, you might not know who I am yet, but we know who you are.
I know who you are.
We know who you are. I have had people stalking me.
Lieutenant Holeman, Prosecutor McLeland, and Libby and Abby's families also received 2025 Crime Fighter of the Year awards at CrimeCon. In the newsroom, Russell McQuaid, Fox 59 News.
Any notion of a cover-up, any notion of us deciding the outcome of this, any notion of any connection to anything else is not correct. It's not correct. How about we hit that reset button and understand that justice in this country was served, and if you don't like justice in this country, go do another one.